It is now time to begin the second part of our journey in Madagascar. Hopefully you've been keeping up with my adventures down in the south. However, now we are going to venture somewhere completely different. This time we are heading northeast to the Bay of Antongil, where the air is almost constantly humid, and we will meet a whole new array of wild encounters. However, it first had to involve us landing into the small town of Maront-Setra, which is a much needed stopover in order to get to our destination. Finally arrived into Maront-Setra, a fairly sizable town in the heart of the Bay of Antongil, northeast of Madagascar, and tomorrow morning we will be heading out there into the clouds to Mush National Park, one of the largest national parks in the country, and there we will be exploring its pristine rainforests and rugged wilderness. The easiest way to get to the Mush rainforest is by boat, so we had to leave Maront-Setra early in the morning before the seas got too choppy. The sun remained out during the first part of our boat trip, and we even went past the mysterious island reserve of Nosy Mangabe, a reserve we will visit in due course.
Okay, so Mush National Park is just in our sights right now, covered in cloud. We're currently on the boat and it's really bumpy and it's really wet.
But I certainly hadn't seen anything yet, as the weather only got worse. In fact, it was torrential, and it was certainly a relief when we finally arrived on the shores of the Mush rainforest. However, now we really were beginning to experience the true colours of Madagascar's rainy east, and it proceeded to rain pretty much all afternoon. Until thankfully during the evening the rain held back, and with conditions now exceptionally mild, what better to start our time here than a good old night walk? The wildlife in the Mush forest is incredibly biodiverse. A Mush panther chameleon sleeps in a tree, whilst a huntsman spider does much the opposite and prowls the trees for small insects. With the Mush rainforest being almost constantly humid, it came as no surprise that there was many frogs to be found here. However, later that night we came across a familiar face, an animal we had met before. A tiny brown mouse lemur. The ears of the mouse lemur are constantly moving, like small satellite dishes, in order to pick up all the various different sounds of the forest. Believe it or not, the mouse lemur is only just bigger than an actual mouse, so you can understand why it's almost constantly on edge. After all, mouse lemurs are the most predated on group of primates, with nearly 1 in 4 being eaten every year. So as you can imagine, he wasn't prepared to hang around, and he instantly sprung into the night. As we continued into the forest, it wasn't long until we came across a lemur that was a bit bigger.
Our guide has just found a Mush woolly lemur. It is a very good representative of how geographical isolation has separated all these different species of woolly lemur.
As the name suggests, this Mush woolly lemur can only be found in the Mush rainforest.
It's amazing considering this is one of the more isolated and untouched regions of Madagascar, and this Mush woolly lemur is getting incredibly close. This lemur probably rarely sees people considering how few tourists actually come to the Mush rainforest. And it's certainly a privilege that few will get to see. I can happily say it is an absolutely spectacular one.
There are about 9 species of woolly lemur, all isolated in their own particular regions of Madagascar. We have already met one of them, the southern woolly lemur, isolated in the southeastern region of Madagascar. The woolly lemur and the mouse lemur are also primates, making them our ancient cousins, and they hold many familiar features. However, many of the woolly lemurs, including the Mush woolly lemur, are endangered, as they are slowly watching their forests being taken away from them, as well as falling victim to the bushmeat trade. Wouldn't it be a shame to lose this animal forever because of us?